Bales of cocaine busted open all around the pavement. Well, you want to know something, Rick? Rodriguez, he's got a better shot of getting off than you do. Pull your legs, partner. Shut the door, buddy. Sit down. Now, Rick, the situation that you've gotten yourself into is extremely serious. Due to the fact that it's a Class X felony, okay? Which is a brand new class of felony that has been implemented by Nancy and Ronald Reagan's war on drugs. The thing of a Class X felony is it carries a minimum mandatory sentencing structure, which means regardless of who you are or where you're from, if you're found guilty, you automatically got to go away and do a little bit of time, okay? Well, in the event that you end up going away and doing a little time, Rick, they're just going to send you to a little kitty camp, okay? A little minimum security facility packed with non-violent criminals, just like yourself. But Rick, in the event that you think you might want to get a little adventurous, you know, put a rabbit's foot in your front pocket, skip town, go out on the lam, do what Steve McQueen did in The Great Escape, start ripping off motorcycles, go cruising across Europe. Well, Rick, they're going to send the U.S. Marshals after you. You know the guys with the Smokey the Bear hats? Okay. They're going to track you down, shackle you up, bring you back to Chicago, and put you in front of the judge. Then the judge is going to throw the book at you. Have you ever seen the size of a law book, Rick? If that thing hits you in the eye, you're going to lose. You're going to be a one-eyed man. He's going to give you 35 years behind the wall of a max joint. And the guys in there, Rick? Oh, wait. Oh. Do you follow me? Something to think about, partner. Now, Rick, I know that you told me that the guy that originally set you up to do this deal basically entrapped you into selling a quantity of cocaine that you'd never even seen before, let alone sold. Well, Rick, I want to tell you, I believe you. And I think that's shitty. Real shitty. However, the laws have changed and the tides have turned against drugs and drug dealers. Okay? As far as entrapment is concerned, Rick, it doesn't exist anymore. It's like this stuff up here. Do you see it, Rick? You don't see it, right, Rick? Same thing with entrapment. Now, my strategy for your case, Rick, is going to be to stretch this thing out as long as humanly possible. You know, 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, in hopes that the laws will change and the tide will turn back and become in favor of drugs and drug dealers, be retroactive to your Worth a shot, partner. I want to tell you, Rick, if you need to get a hold of me, I'm always here by the phone. If your mom and dad want to call me, they can call me too. And incidentally, Rick, if you got any buddies from your neck of the woods that find themselves in a similar circumstance that you're in right now, I'll give you my card and you can give it to them and I'll give them the going rate. Okay? Now, Rick, I do got to let you go, though, because I got a long line of clients I got to see today. But I want to thank you for coming down. And for God's sakes, Rick, stay the hell away from that cocaine and all the riffraff that go along with it, will you, buddy? One other thing, Rick. Do you have that $5,000 retainer fee that we discussed? You do? Good man. My lawyer did stretch out the case. 1 month became 2, 2 months became 6, 6 months became a year became a year and a half. And I even got used to that big black cloud hovering over my head. I still didn't want to tell too many people about my situation, though, because I was afraid that they were going to brand me and quit treating me the way they always had. However, the few friends that I did tell my situation weren't exactly comforting, like my buddy Howie. Hello? Hey, Ricardo, it's me, Howard. I was over at Johnny's house like a year and a half ago, and he told me you got busted with all that blow. I called you as quick as I could. You must be totally bumming out, huh, dude? I mean, you must be having nightmares of all these big, black, burly dudes just clawing at your body all night and day. I might have to send you a cork. You get it? Click. That big black cloud was now a squall, and the storm was ready to break.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Joseph Urso calls the case of N92337, the State of Illinois versus Ricardo Borelli for the delivery of a controlled substance. Mr. Borelli, will you please approach the bench? Mr. Borelli, for the past 2 years I've heard all the facts in your case, and today I'm ready to give the court my decision. However, before I do, I would like to make a few statements. I'm sure, as you're well aware, the crime that you're accused of committing is a Class X felony, which carries a minimum mandatory sentencing structure, which means that I cannot take the content of your character into consideration when rendering my decision. I have received a variety of different letters from various members of our community regarding your character. I have letters from doctors, lawyers, and judges. But I'm not going to go into all of those today. I will tell you about one letter in specific which I think you'll find quite interesting. It's from a Joyce Sloan, the executive producer of the Second City Theater, who states that she is ready to hire you for the Second City National Touring Company, and more importantly, she's willing to be your surrogate mother and have you live with her if you are given probation. However, I have already discussed that. I also have in front of me a magazine article from the January 1974 edition of Better Homes and Gardens, where you and your family are featured making fresh homemade pasta. An article titled Families Who Like to Cook. It's truly quite a shame, but I have no other alternative but to find you guilty for the delivery of a controlled substance and to sentence you to 6 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, where you'll have to spend 2 years, 6 months' time. I'm truly sorry.
Say what? You don't be walking around here like Otis from the Andy Griffith Show? Right? I know you come up with that shit, man, but you want funny motherfucker, man. You ought to be locked up a whole week, huh? Well, you see how fast time is flying? That means you only got 2 years, 5 months, and 3 weeks left. And that ain't shit, brother. You can do that time stand on your motherfucking head. But tomorrow, they're sending you to the joint. Joliet, to the Receiving and Classification Center to find out which institution they're gonna send you to. But I tell you right now, brother, you got shit to worry about, man. Because my name is Victor Cruz, you know what I'm saying? And I call the shits out for Latin Kings. And you my new homie from Wyoming. Before you get down there, brother, I wanna go over a few things with you so you don't get caught up, you know what I'm saying? When you walking around the joint, you just keep your motherfucking self. You just walk around like this, man. Just mind your own motherfucking business. Don't talk to nobody. See what I'm saying? Well, you don't walk around exactly like this, brother, because that's how I walk, but you know what I'm saying. Now, you see, with the hats cocked to the left like this, that means they ride with a fizz-eye porn star. You dig what I'm saying? They're my allies. They cool. But if you see folks with their hats cocked to the right like this, they ride with a 6-porn star. Stay the fuck away from them motherfuckers. They ain't no good, man. They kill a bunch of my homies. But you ain't riding no gang, you know what I'm saying? So you just keep your hat straight like this, because you're neutral. You're a neutron. Am I blowing you? You think this whole gang rap's a joke? Now you up in there taking my kindness for weakness? Alright? How about I let you just walk behind the wall? See how fast some little gang. get the cake with your mama. And I kept hearing your mama talk, and I tried not to pay attention to her, but I kept hearing that voice, I kept hearing that accent. I knew what no Mexican accent or no Puerto Rican accent, I knew her accent came directly from Spain. That's where the real Latin kings come from, bro. That's why I took you up under my wing. Besides, you one funny motherfucker where you walk around here imitating the Godfather all night. It's a Taglier family give me great personal grief. They shot my son Santino 17 times. Pass me the tomato sauce. I don't know how you come up with that shit. Probably you one funny motherfucker. You think what I say? Now, when you get down to the joint, man, you're gonna see a council. And that council's gonna ask you to give them the names of the 3 institutions that you are most interested in being sent to. You tell that motherfucker you only want to go to one place, and that's Vandalia. Because it's beautiful down there, brother. They got green pastures as far as the eye can see. They're gonna serve you big, juicy tomato for lunch every day. I know, bro, I've been down there 3 times, you know what I'm saying? When I was down there, they told me how to be a butcher. I was making bologna, salami, hamburgers, and Polish sausages. Then they put me in the honor dome, K-dome. For the first time in my life, I had my own room. Every Friday and Saturday night, I'd be selling Polish sausage up and down the hallway like it was Maxwell Street. I'd be like, woo, 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 blase, skibby, stay up, skiz them. I never had to worry about none of my homeless bricks sending me no scratch for my zoo-zoos and wham-whams. All right, brother, I'm gonna let you get some sleep. Just remember, keep yourself. Watch your P's and Q's. Stand on your squiz air. Don't get out of pocket. And if anybody fuck with you, you tell them you know Victor Cruz. Stay out,
Locked up went relatively smoothly considering my environment. However, I remember the first night of the second week, I was looking through the bars, through the window, and I noticed that the moon was full. Now, the one part of this story that I've left out up until now is the fact on the day that I got busted, my dealer dropped the coke in the bushes, and he walked back to his car and he waited for the deal to go down. He got busted with me, and he was also convicted. He was so pissed off at me that he put a hit out on me by paying a Vice Lord gangbanger $200 to break my leg. Now that $200 goes a long way in any institution. What the Vice Lords did with it was they put it directly into their community chest, otherwise known as their box, in the form of coffee, cigarettes, corn chips, honey buns, toiletries, etc., etc., otherwise known as Zuzus and Wham-Whams. And these Zuzus and Wham-Whams are distributed by their treasurer to any of the new allied gangbangers coming into the system so they can have some of life's simple pleasures when they arrive. On that first night of the second week, I was laying in my bunk in my cell reading a paperback version of the New Testament, and I could feel the tension in his ow.
Hey Rick, why don't you come out here, man? We want to talk to you.
I'm reading.
Come on, Rick, we want to talk to you, man.
Look, Blood, I'm in the middle of Philippians 4 and 13, all right?
Rick!
I knew I had 33 months to go, so I figured I might as well just dive right into the fire. I took a walk down a long, dark, narrow hallway. At the end of it was the Vice Lord's shot caller, or enforcer. He went by the name of Blood. He was laying in a makeshift hammock that he made out of a bedsheet that he strung up between the bars at the end of the hall. He was laying there like this. Across the hall from him was another Vice Lord standing on the threshold of his cell. He said his name was John, and there was a third right over here by the name of Jello. What's up, Blood?
Where you from, Rick?
Me, I'm from the north side, Cedric and North Avenue.
Me, I'm from the north side. You ain't from